the reason why I signed up with Sarah was because I'd had a tough kind of 12 months before. I'd had kind of a few like health issues, a few issues with my family. I'd been going to the gym, and then because of things that happened, I stopped going, kind of lost my way a bit, really. Physically and mentally, I just kind of lost the plot. Um, so that was kind of beginning of last year. And then when I spoke to Sarah, I'd seen she'd been sort of advertising this like transformation type program, and I obviously decided to have a chat with her, sort of sent her a message saying, tell me a bit more about it. I'd not seen Sarah for years. We previously knew each other as children playing out on the same estate. I knew she was a decent person, you kind of good vibes, nice person. I'd seen a kind of Facebook posts over since she'd started coaching and doing a different kind of health and fitness stuff, and thought, I like what she's saying. And once we'd had a conversation about what it involved, I thought, yeah, that's perfect, because I was coming from a place like I've got, kind of knowledge and experience of different diets, different kind of exercises. I'd been to different gyms, done different things, and thought I wasn't ready to do like 100% all in. Although myself, I've always felt that was an all or nothing type person, but I wasn't ready to do it all. And when I spoke to Sarah about doing this, the little tiny changes kind of appealed to me as a gradual process, as opposed to kind of jumping in with 2 feet. Because I'd been off sick last year, so I've worked in social care for, well, my whole life really, but I've worked for like social services for 20 years, and kind of I got to a point where I obviously worked through COVID in a hospital, and I think that kind of burnt me out looking back, and I kind of was feeling a bit better mentally and thinking physically I'd started to feel better, and I just thought I need to focus on something that is for me as well, because obviously being in a caring profession, you do everything that you possibly can to help other people. Being a mum, you give 150% to your kids. Being a wife, you try and, you're running a house. And I thought, I got to a point where I thought, well, what about me? I'd have kept putting things off, I think. I'd have kept I was healthy eating, because you always have kind of a goal, don't you? Holiday or Christmas or whatever. But I was kind of a bit like wandering about and not getting anywhere. That's how I felt I was. Kind of like I was healthy eating. I was kind of doing a few steps here and there, but nothing to focus on, I'd say. So I lacked focus for myself. Like everything else is kind of like you kind of work, you have a list of stuff, don't you? You do your list, and you kind of, with your home life, you're planning what meals where the kids are going, what they're doing. So it was kind of, I got all that focus elsewhere, but not for my own health and kind of well-being. So I'd have probably kind of not made any difference to myself. But I think that's easy to say now. I'd say I feel kind of 80-90% better than I did at the beginning of the year. I mean, I lost weight. I can't remember how much I lost because it's in kilos, and I've still not weighed myself in stones and pounds. I've probably lost a stone-ish, but my goal was to lose 12 pounds. I think I might have lost 10-ish, maybe. But the weekend we finished, it was Easter weekend. I mean, that's not great, is it, to weigh yourself after 4 days off work, eating chocolate and drinking? But it was never about the weight. It was about well-being for me. And yeah, massively achieved more than I thought I would. I feel like, and even these last couple of weeks since, like, I've signed up to do this monthly thing that she's starting tonight, actually. And I feel positive, and I feel like I can do it. I kind of am doing it. And one of my things was like goals. So I always kind of set myself a goal. And once my goal now is my summer holiday in July. So I'm like, right, well, I'm going to lose weight for that and feel good about myself and be positive. And where I've failed in the past is once I've got to that point, it all falls apart. Whereas I don't feel like that anymore. I feel like I'm more focused about me, about my health, about being positive, having, kind of healthy well-being, healthy mental health. That what I'm doing now is sustainable to achieve that. Oh, I'd say do it. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I came from a place where I was a bit lost, not great physically, not great mentally. And it's made dramatic changes. Like I said before, I'm so much more positive, happy, kind of feel like myself again. Which sounds too good to be true, but it is. It's the truth. Absolutely. Would definitely recommend it.